Hello, welcome to Tuesday Treadmill Talks, and welcome to the rat hole. Today's video, it's probably going to be a shorter one, maybe just a couple minutes long. Just talk about school mainly, new ideas for videos. In digital arts, we're having to write a paper about what social arts and social media means to us. And so, I was thinking I'm in this for a reason. And for some people just see it as it's just for the money. People make, Terminator is just like one of those cash films. It's like, hey, kids watch Terminators, or not Terminator, I'm an idiot, Transformers. Kids watch Transformers growing up. The parents watching Transformers with the kids growing up, they're gonna see it to see what it's like. It's like a callback. The kids are gonna be like, oh, Transformers, I like Transformers. I'm an adult now, they're gonna make it cool. Michael Bay just coming in and grab money, just throwing out I think it was the second film where there was a Budweiser truck that they crash into, and it just has a full frame where it's just the Budweiser's truck, and it just comes in I don't remember what happens. He drives a car through it or something like that, and everything just topples. There's absolutely just mayhem everywhere and carnage. But the Budweiser truck is just totally pristine looking, and the main character, I don't remember who plays him anymore, it's not worth mentioning, just comes over, he reaches into the truck, which just has a big hole in it, still says Budweiser. It might not be Budweiser, it's probably Bud Light. He reaches over and he cracks it open, takes a big drink, and just gives it and he looks at the frame holding it with this just perfect look on his face, just stupid shit like that. But that's not all it is, obviously it's an easy grab if you can get the rights to something. You could just use digital arts for the money, find a good editor, make everything look pretty. But it's also about conveying a message. Art was originally introduced as a means of communication, cave paintings on the walls. They're just documenting what they've seen, and that's kind of the spirit of it still exists. A lot of movies nowadays, originals don't come by because the whole starving artist stereotype is true. You could be an amazing artist, but no one wants your work just because it's art, and they're like, all right, pretty to look at, don't really care. Though people still paint, they still do statues. It's just expensive, lots of effort, and for virtually no payout, which is why in movies, any kind of reboot, any kind of remaster, a sequel to something that hasn't existed for a long time, they'll just bring it back, even a similar title, like that Host movie came out 2010. Stephanie Meyers just took a name for something that sounded familiar, and all the people who saw her movies, or not her movies, all the movies who read the Twilight books are like, all right, Stephanie Meyers, there's attractive main lead, the attractive female lead, there's another attractive supporting kind of main lead, but they try to force so many situations in where this guy's just kissing the main character just for no reason. They keep swapping it. It's basically just Twilight with aliens, where it's totally ambiguous main character girl, somewhere in her late, probably still a teen, 18, 19, she, the setting is that the world's been taken, it's 7 years old by this point obviously, but the setting is the world's been taken over by this supposedly super intelligent race of aliens, and they can take on the form of whoever they get, or I think it's whoever the what's it called, whatever. They basically just possess their bodies and make it for their own, and they have a clear indicator, for the audience who's not gonna catch up on subtleties, so she makes it obvious. They have eyes that are just super bright white, but still have the pupils in it. So the moment you see them, you're like, oh, it's obviously them. But it's set up in a way that they have the main character there for 10 minutes or something before she becomes captured or whatever by the aliens. Alien takes over her personality, but she's just exists as like this subconscious in the body, and so little is revealed about the character, and what little screen time she has is that it's supposed to be just like Twilight, where not many details are given. It's like, oh, she has this color hair and she's in high school, you know, like, wow, not many women in high school are like that, you know, have brown hair or whatever details they decided to give for the movie. And as a subconscious in the movie, or not subconscious, I guess she's just a conscious thought, she talks to the main character, and whenever convenient, she talks to the alien who's like going against the alien. She calls herself the Wanderer, and throughout this movie, the Wanderer is trying to get her own, like, she's got her own motive that she goes through. The other aliens are more or less looking for her. They're apparently this perfect society where violence doesn't exist, even though the movie opens up with the Wanderer fighting a bunch of aliens. So, I guess that makes an exception for any kind of rebellion, though it says in the movie, like, there's no reason to rebel, this is this perfect society, violence, crime, nothing, it doesn't exist, because the aliens are super intelligent, and have just, you know, they've got it figured out, even though it's not how it works. It's the most obvious, like, ploy for something. It's like, these are the bad guys, everything's perfect except this one thing. Just set up the easiest underdog story because it gives literally like zero personality to these aliens. At one point in the movie, I can't remember, it's been, you know, years and years, and it's a terrible film, but the main character is a little subconscious. I don't remember her motives even the slightest. I think she just wants to be part of her body again and get the aliens out of there. And God, it's terrible. I don't even like thinking back on the film. It's like 2.5 hours, absolute waste of time. God, I don't know why I've been even talking about this for 5.5 minutes. Oh, right, just because it's a cash grab. I accidentally started ranting about the movie. I guess I should finish the rant before catching back to the main subject. And that's...
What the fuck are you doing?
Hello!
Get off my
Hello!
treadmill! Get out of here! Hey, welcome to Tuesday Treadmill Talks. I'm Jeremy. That was Dylan being an asshole. Now let's get to it. There's nothing to talk about, that's all.